Welcome back to another day here on the pixelborn Lorcana client. You guys are either gonna love these old intros or you're gonna hate them. I am doing a very long shift at work this weekend. I'm opening and closing all weekend. My boss and my other coworker who can open and close are out of town. They're in Vegas at some convention related to work. So I just don't have time to do the polished intros this weekend. So all weekend you guys are gonna see this beautiful face. Today we're gonna be playing an evasive location deck. The idea between this deck is that the characters are either 1, evasive, 2, if you banish them, they do something nasty, and 3, locations, just difficult to deal with. And then of course, our top end characters are all removal and control. So early game, let's take a look at it. Cruella DeVille, Helga Sinclair, Cheshire Cat, Cusco, Prince Eric. These guys all have banished triggers on them. A lot of them are character challenged in banished triggers, but still, in fact, I think they all are, aren't they? Yeah, when this character is, no, except Prince Eric, he's just banished. The rest are challenged and banished. So basically, Cruella, when she's banished, she kicks something off the board. When Helga's banished, she banishes that thing. When Cheshire Cat's banished, he banishes that thing. When Cusco's banished, he banishes that thing. When Prince Eric is banished, he banishes anything. Prince Eric is sweet. And then let's see all the other cards we didn't touch on. Sir Hiss, Wildcat, Minnie Mouse, Ray, all of which are evasive. Very hard to interact with. Do a lot of questing. I'm curious to see if Wildcat puts in any extra work today with his special ability. Tap and banish an item. That's pretty busted. That's pretty busted when you have decks that play items. We'll see if we play against any today. The locations are going to be Cusco's Palace, Agrabah, and RLS Legacy. I don't anticipate putting characters on any of these except maybe RLS Legacy, especially with the Jim Hawkins combo. Jim Hawkins comes down, automatically gets thrown onto the location, makes this location cheap to access, and has an actual ability that we care about. I don't anticipate ever putting characters on the other ones. They're just there to gain the lore. Maui, Lady Tremaine, Madame Medusa, and Maleficent are all here for top end control along with emergency board wipes. That's the entire deck. Be really hard to hit. When we do get hit, we take things with us and then control them while our locations win the game. Let's jump in and see if we can't win a few. My nemesis. If I go second, I lose. I go first. Okay, we stand a chance. Oh, and I got a lot of cheap characters. That's what I like to see. I think I'm sending away... Well, Prince Eric's probably pretty good. I'll send away the Legacy just for another ink. Got another ink. Oh, let's see. Got a lot of 2-drops. If I play this right, my turn 4 could be 2 2-drops instead of a Prince Eric. Let's start by getting rid of the Palace. Pass the turn. Boss's orders. This character gains support. Oh, interesting. I think I'm gonna ink Cheshire Cat because it doesn't attack. More than anything, I want to be able to attack. I probably should have played Sir Hiss to take out the Simba that's likely to follow up here. Opponents are slow rolling me. That means maybe they don't have the Simba. Now they're thinking, crap, I have to play multiple characters until I find a defender? What do you think, opponent? Huh? They're taking a long time. I'm surprised the timer hasn't stopped. Or started there. There it goes. I was like, I'm surprised it hasn't started on him yet. That's what I thought. Oh boy, so I'm definitely playing a 2-drop, aren't I? Sir Hiss. Sorry, Maui. I think having bodies on the ground is just a tad bit more important right now. Gotta be careful. I could see a fox come down. It's fine. If they play a fox, they have to bounce Maleficent, so that will quest. Fox comes down. They take out Cruella. Cruella bounces Fox. Then they have nothing in play. All these uninkables. I don't like those. Ooh, I also don't like seeing that. Makes me wish I would have kept the Maui. Yep, there's the quest. So we definitely have a fox or a snake. That's a fox. Alright, so we're just going to reset their board is all. Yeah, I'll bounce your character. Nothing in play for you. Oh, Maui. Thank goodness. don't like all the uninkables, but, you know, 16 cards in the deck. It's this is probably pretty spot on. I have 3 uninkables so far in my top 10 cards. Yeah, it's about 30%. A Queen. And a Maleficent. I'm totally okay if they want to do trades with Prince Eric here. I'd rather me take out the Queen and then get to pop something else, honestly. Ooh, or I could race. Oh, it's so tough. I think I start to race. I have a follow-up Lady Tremaine and then a follow-up board wipe if things get really crazy. I know they're just going to play the Fox again. And I don't think I want Prince Eric to just die to the Fox. I'd rather he become a 2-for-1. So I want to save him to be able to take something out. And then also take a second thing out. It's a lot easier to identify a card's weakness when you're forced to play with it. And I'm definitely feeling the weakness, right? If he's attacked and defeated by something big, he's only a 1-for-1. But his real value is in becoming a 2-for-1. Come on, deck. I got a 60% chance to just keep drawing inkables. 2 inkables off the top, please, would be fantastic. Yes, Maleficent into Madam Mim. If the Queen quests, I think I just trade the board. Prince Eric for both their characters. Obviously, if they do quest, that's what they want too. But it's just so juicy. How can I ignore it? Alright, opponent, you gonna pass the turn? Lady Tremaine's not nearly as good. Oh, there we go. Alright, we're gonna take both their characters off the board. Yes, please. Do I ink or do I play it? I think I play it. I think at this point I'm just the aggressor. I'm still a three turn clock, unfortunately. And I'm so close. It's 1 point away from being a 2-turn clock. That was a timely Queen takeout. Whenever this character quests, other villains get +1 lore this turn. Oh, it's a villain's deck! Is it a villain's deck? Villain. Oh, it might be! I didn't even see it. Alright, well, I'll let my opponent make a tough decision here. Who do they want to keep? They'll probably get rid of Little Maleficent, I would imagine. I think I'm largely fine with that. I'm just straight up the aggressor here. Alright, now playing Lady Tremaine made it a 2-turn clock. Now they got 1 turn left. So they have to take out something on my board. I'm on +8. So Queen could trade with Cheshire Cat. That would buy them another turn. And then I only go to 19. Can't attack my Sir Hiss. Can't attack my Ray. You can only attack the Cheshire Cat, which takes out your character guaranteed. Oh, I like this deck. It's so much fun. Whenever this character quests, chosen opposing character can't ready at the start of the next turn. It's not going to be good enough. Then they have to attack here. Or I just win the game. There we go. Good to see my opponent's not just giving up. But when they see this, that's definitely game. They're not board wiping me. Good game, opponent. Well played. And that's lucky, because I don't ever say well played in this client. Not with the little emote thing. Watch them have a be prepared. I love that they're playing different cards, though. Like, things that you just don't see. Surprising villain deck. That's hilarious. And that's game. Against arguably the best deck out there. Second. Well, fortunately, it is fairly cheap. Do I just hold on to Dragon here as ink? I think so. I like my snakes. I like my mini. Against their deck, who wants to like shift into snakes and foxes, like these guys are good. They're hard to interact with. It's all evasive. And then of course Helga, they don't want to attack it. But Helga's a different story because they have 1/3s that can just attack it. One second is rough. Not so bad, was that? Alright, I like Crow a little less than the others. Let's start with a Sir Hiss. Let the evasive gamer begin. Opponent's playing really slow too. I would have already expected some 1-drops and a shift snake at this point. Possibly even going into a fox this turn. They had the snake, they must have just been missing the 1-drops. Challenger's gonna be largely useless against us. Here we go, evasive gamer time. Just gotta be careful, don't overextend into the board wipe. Yep, force them to use the removal. Here comes the teeth. Ooh, a fox. That's always a good combo, because now the Madam Mim attacks for 7. However, there's nothing to attack. Alright, that's as much as we're going to extend, I think. Might play a Ray, but my opponent is ahead of me, so I'm going to get 1 use out of Ray before they board wipe. Nah, so we should save Ray. Comes the location. Are you kidding me? They happen to have the evasive location? What are the odds of that? Seriously, what are the odds of that? How do they have the evasive location? How do I want to handle this? I quest for 5, I lose a mini. I probably lose the other mini. So I definitely attack with Sir Hiss, take out the fox. Nothing's stopping them from having another fox to bounce Jim Hawkins though after it attacks. I think I definitely do this. Have a chance to save one of my minis. Super unfortunate. I would like to have kept that. Ow. Really? Their deck does not run that card. Why would I play against the one person running that card? Jim surely attacks. No reason for it to not do so. If I had 1 more ink, I could play 2 things, but I don't, so that's stupid. Do I ink the cat then? I think so. And then I only quest with Ray, because if they're going to attack, I want it to be a trade. They missed their ink, so I actually got ahead on ink. Looks like I might be the board wipe gamer this game. My plans were going so swimmingly, but they played 2 cards that their deck doesn't play. One of them's really bad for me. Wow, they're gonna give me another opportunity here. Requesting for 11, so I just board wipe? Board wipe and win? 7 toughness though, that beats a Maui. But it doesn't win the game. Alright. That should win the game for me. They gotta get through RLS Legacy now. I don't know how they do it, but I'm sure there's a way. But I don't think they have it. Not with those 3 cards. Whatever they may be. They tried to be a GOAT gamer. And that is game! I don't care if you try to fight me in the air with my evasive. I'm the wiener. Ketchup and mustard. Derek. That's their name, Derek. So Derek. Derek. No 2 drops. That's unfortunate. Let's get rid of these Mauis. I want all these 3 drops. Let's get rid of the uninkable. Ooh, another uninkable. All 3 drops. Oops, all 3 drops. Well, this will be the slowest opening. It's all 3 drops. It's all 3 drops. It's all 3 drops. It's fine. There does need to be more 2 drops, maybe even some 1 drops in the deck, but none of them fit the theme. Evasive or sucky to attack. Wildcat just has more attack power. It actually takes out those Cinderellas, doesn't it? I got 2 Wildcats. Well, I'd rather have 3 minis than 2 Wildcats, I think. Gotta imagine they're gonna sing some songs for free, though. Okay. My curve is coming together, which is nice. We're gonna start with Wildcat, just because it has the ability to attack into these things and actually defeat them. So we're gonna force them to have to use some removal here. Slow start, but I'm actually feeling pretty decent. Start taking some stuff out. Prince Eric. I do like Prince Eric. I like it if he could take something out, though. As an attack. Kita is a whiff. So if I attack the Mulan, I have to use Prince Eric's ability to take out the Mulan. May as well move to the location. It doesn't do anything, but... Alright, now I'm just moving into my removal. Alright, Mulan's definitely the target. Oh, they snagged a teeth. So now they can play a teeth. And then free heal whoever takes the damage. That'll take out Wildcat. There's no way they're taking out Prince Eric. And now they get to play something. They gotta be careful what they play, though. Ah, that's decent. Because Prince Eric won't die to anything. Does this work? Opposing character with 3 or less attack? I mean, that takes out Akita. Who's more threatening, though? This doesn't do anything, right? This is pretty much just done. Naturally has 3 attacks, so I still get to take it out with this. So we're definitely going to get rid of Mulan. Let them stop digging. What do you do? Evasive. Whenever you play a song, another character gains evasive. Now, you seem to be struggling on songs. That's good. You're setting up Prince Eric for a 2-for-1. And then I take out your last character. Ah, of course. You got the heal. It's okay. Kita's dead. Protect it all you want. Kita is dead. And I got a lot of evasives in the deck that I'm not worried about taking out this aerial. Try all you might. I'm just gonna run away with this game. My hand's just nothing but removal. Keep looking for songs. Keep spinning your wheels. Got another teeth. It doesn't defeat anything. You want to hit that Prince Eric? I'll hit you back. I'll get rid of your little evasive aerial. In case I decide I do want to do some attacking. Rapunzel will probably heal itself, which is a waste of its time. They should be questing. I don't get it. They just... That Rapunzel just dies to these Madame Medusas. Tell you what, I don't want you to have a free song, so let's get rid of Ariel. Oops, all Medusas! Oh man. Ooh, against aggro. Okay, well that'll be a good test for this deck. Because our cheapest costs are 2 drops. Okay, we did get some 2 drops. I only need 1 gem. Alright, so a lot of our characters are the kinds of characters that... Did I really just trade a gem for a gem? You kidding me? A lot of our characters are the characters that do something when they are banished. When they're challenged and banished. And then our higher end is control. And our middle ground is locations. So we will see. But thanks to Jim, I can actually focus on developing the board. And not so much on having to play out the location straight away. Crab, so it's a little bit more aggressive. Good. I want something that's going to want to attack. Don't like that we're going second. That does really hurt against an aggro deck. So I'm not expecting a lot from this. This is the sort of matchup where I kind of expect it to just be a wash. Second against aggro. It's pretty much asking for to just get kicked in the chest, isn't it? Alright, I think our best bet's gonna be Cruella de Vil, because if Cruella's dealt with, we get to bounce something else. So far, it's a lot of aggro pieces going to their Inkwell. A lot of aggro pieces, and then they're favoring... That's a good card, too. And then they're favoring playing the High Questers. When this character is challenged and banished, so it has to be challenged. Turn 3 Wildcat with the 2 attack. Yeah, probably the Wildcat because it's got an attack. They got a Simba. And a Lilo. Yeah, by the time I even get a chance of like catching up to this, it's gonna be way too late. Oh, he always has evasive. Nice. Let's see. I'll put an attack damage on Simba. Let's hope they don't have Rapunzels. Oh, they paid for that. Now they just get a quest for another 6, go to 13. Oh boy. There are board wipes in this deck, but we don't have any ramps, so there's really no hope of reaching it. Maui's a nice number 5 play. Alright, we take you out. Now they quest for 6 and go to 19. Yeah, no way I can catch up to this. We knew that this was what this was going to be like. Going second against aggro and my fastest play's a turn 2 play. Pretty much impossible. And they only had Lilos and Maleficents, it seemed like. I don't think anybody wins against this deck. With my opening hand. I mean, I take everything out, but it's not good enough. I could have thrown Prince Eric at the Sleepy and then taken out the Maleficent with it, but it's not good enough. Because then they would just still have Sleepy left to win the game with. Alright, opponent's taking too long to just quest, so. Oh, Pope Mobile, I played against you. I recognize that name. Pope Mobile. The client definitely wants me to play against these colors a lot today, though. Not a huge fan of that. Need to be a little bit more aggressive. Location's not going to cut it. These aren't bad. They're not great, but they're not bad. I do like that. Location's really just not great. It is nice, you know, if I could get this location up and running, but I'm not going to get this location up and running. Double raise. Alright, depending on how the early game goes, if I could double Ray. I have nothing to take, my friend. That always feels good. They get to see my hand, but they were going to see my hand anyway. I'm going to play it. Some pretty aggressive stuff out here. 3 rays. Holy smokes. I like having 3 rays. I'm not gonna get to be able to play 3 rays. That's a trade I'll take. The idea is to keep my opponent slowed down until I can do something. Well, let's ink a ray. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna be forced to ink them at this rate. Alright, opponent believes I only have 1 ray left. We got us a goat gamer! I think I go Prince Eric here. At the very least, he takes out something. I don't know if we're going to be able to squeeze out a 2-for-1 with him. Might see a bounce on this goat, though. Which is definitely not what we want. I'd rather take it out. Ooh! It could be a Maui gamer, too. Alright, now they think all the rays are gone. Let's be a Maui gamer. Let's get rid of this goat. They know about Maui. They don't know the other 3 cards. But this is really solid board control. Their deck's not going to be great at controlling us. And we just took the lead on lore. I think that's a game-winning move right there. My opponent definitely should have played something else. Nani! It's a bodyguard. Just loses to this. So, I think we have to. It's just securing my victory here. Sorry, Nani. And that's victory. Easy. 3-minute game. 4-minute game. 4-minute game. The infamous Emerald Amethyst. I keep hearing a lot of things about how this deck is just stomping the meta. To be fair, I don't know which version, if any, is doing the stomping. Alright, let's get rid of all the unequals. Actually, that's great with Jim. Oh, but I want to keep the curve? I want to keep the curve. 2 drops good, 3 drops good, 3 drops good, all inkables good. Fantastic. Let's start with a wildcat. I'll work the evasive package. Not sure what kind of aggression my opponent's gonna have. I imagine there's some bounce shenanigans. Which means evasive won't be that important, but it'll still be there. It'll still be a thing. Definitely aggro. Alright, I don't need 2 gems. I could play 2 gems, but I don't necessarily need 2 gems. Megara. It's an attack boosting card. That's got to go with snakes and foxes. Agrabuzz are good. I like that they net too. They just die to Mauis though. Oh, it doesn't have Mauis? Just making an observation that they simply die to Mauis. Yes, my deck will be hard to interact with, so you better get your questers online. Pascal can take out Sir Hiss, which is funny. Do I let Sir Hiss just be a trade with Pascal? Or do I take out Madame Mim? I think this bit's a no-brainer. Let's take out the snake. I know all my stuff's gonna basically be evasive, but still. A rabbit. That's their entire turn. I'm grateful for that. Another gem. Wow. It's a lot of gems this game. Now I got an evasive gym. Do I continue questing? I think so. Next turn I can attack them. So I won't have a hand to lose to the cursed merfolk. I'd rather have Ray out. I might be overvaluing Ray, but I love Ray. Come on, I have to play him. When it's only on +5, I'm on +8, so I could just kind of close the game and win unless they have an answer. Bounce their own character. Yeah, I really could just close this game, couldn't I? Let's make sure we ink. Let's get Ray down. Doesn't really matter who's doing the attacking, does it? Giving up 2 so they don't gain 2. Alright, well, next turn I'm very lethal. They need to remove 5 points from me, so that's 3 things need to be taken care of. That's Maleficent's not gonna do it. Cursed Merfolk's not fast enough. I guess we just win. They take out Eric. I still have 8 on board. They're not gonna even bother taking out Eric. Snake to bounce a Maleficent to draw a card. Oh, just, well, in theory to draw a card on the following turn. They're just not gonna have a chance to get there. And we're gonna have a Ray victory! Huzzah! Steel Amethyst. Against Tough Cuddles. Alright, looking for a curve here. It looks like I got one. Dragons really far away. I think dragons are primarily... There are 2 of. We definitely want to see them really late game. We'll send a dragon back. Maui, that's a little bit more reasonable. Gets to go first. I do like that. My opponent's gonna concede. Oh, did they make it? And here I thought they were gonna concede. Let's see, I got 2 cats. I don't need 2 cats. Question is, do I want to play this way, where I expect my opponent to be attacking and challenging, or do I want to go evasive? Either way, I think is a solid way to go. My Inkables! I'm gonna start with a Sir Hiss, because he's evasive. Since Cheshire Cat and Helga largely do the same thing. In fact, they do exactly the same thing. I will ink the Helga, play the cat. Unless I get something else inkable. Gotta be careful, there are 16 uninkables in the deck. So it's just about a third. A little under a third, but just about. Blue Fairy. I do not mind the trade. All I got is just evasive. What they got is card draw. So if they want to trade, that is sweet for me. What do you think, opponent? Should we trade? Should we trade characters, opponent? Robin Hood, all gone. Ooh, opponent's evasive too. I got some ink. Now, if I play this, they can't defeat it, but they can get pretty darn close. But it's what I got for the turn, so I'm gonna do it. That was an easy beast, wasn't it? They're gonna shift Jafar? Or do they want to keep that evasive? Oh, they're questing. I'll take that. I think I go Ray. If I miss my ink, that's going to be unfortunate, because I'll definitely use this to get rid of the Jafar. Maybe it's better to go Cusco. Nah, let's go Ray, because the follow-up Medusa is just so good. I love that my opponent just took a turn off and did nothing, except quest. Maybe I should have attacked the Jafar. Just to keep Ray safe no matter what. Wow, that's 2 beasts gone. Yeah, so my deck's supposed to be hard to attack, right? You don't want to attack Cheshire Cat because you lose Jafar. You don't want to attack the evasive because you don't have evasive, right? My deck's supposed to be hard to attack. And then also controlling. Oh, we're gonna be able to get rid of Ray? No? I didn't think so. Well, what's better here? Let's see, I gotta jump to 14. And then I jump to 18. Or I jump to 19. I guess it really doesn't matter which way I go with this, does it? This one's just a little harder to deal with. Yeah. They would need... They're running steel. They could have the location banishment, but... Yeah, those locations are going to just be way harder to deal with. Oh, and Jim Hawkins into another location. Yep, just really hard to deal with.